Jens, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
What brings you to Global Offshore 2016?
Well, the offshore market in the UK is a big market for us and has always been since it took off in 2007-8. We've been here all the time, and during the next coming years we have the majority of our projects in the UK.
What do you think has been the sudden accelerator of this sector?
I think, the pollution coming from the old coal-fired power plants, plays a role. Of course, the whole climate discussion plays a role. Nuclear is also still in the UK, but in other European countries it's phased out due to the discussions about where do you put all the garbage from them. So I think it's the clean energy, and it makes a lot of people happy as long as they are not looking directly into the wind turbines. They are pleased with the green energy.
So the trend is going towards deeper and deeper water.
Yeah.
How are you adapting your fleet to serve those new areas?
Yeah, with the latest fleet that we have acquired, I think we can do around 50 meters of water depth, and we can still extend the lakes on these by another 10-15 meters, so 60-65 meters. So I think we're covered for a foreseeable future.
And where are you seeing the largest developments?
I still see, of course, other countries outside Europe emerging. We are right now installing the first 2 test turbines in Taiwan these days. China is a big market. It's difficult to touch, but developments both in Asia and in US will come over the next 5-6 years. But of course Europe will still be the major market for us, and hopefully France takes up soon, and UK, Germany, Denmark, and down the coast to France will still be our major markets.
There are larger and larger turbines coming to the market, and even today there is an announcement about an even larger blade.
Yes.
How are you going to compensate for these incredibly large machines going out to very deep waters?
Well, in the first place, I mean, we have already installed the first 6 megawatt turbines with pretty large blades already. And we are also going to install the first 8 megawatt MHI Vestas turbines on Burbo Bank within the next few months. So I think we can handle that side of turbine. Of course, we're very eager to see what comes after 8 and 6, 7, 8 megawatts, which we can handle today. But people are talking about 10, 11, 12 megawatts. And that's, of course, very interesting for us to see what type of equipment and vessels we need to invent and bring to the market to handle those turbines. That's one of our key points going ahead, trying to figure out what is the market really requiring of new innovative solutions going ahead.
Speaking of innovation, where do you think the next innovations will come from?
I think there will be new innovations within the turbine industry itself, but there are a lot of engineering work ongoing to bring costs down, as we all know. We need to meet the targets set out by different governments to make this a continuous, sustainable business, and I think we are reaching there. But I also think there will be innovative solutions coming to the market. What they will be, I'm not sure yet. I'm still fantasizing about, electricity storage, which would be a big addition to both solar energy, but also wind power, which is produced when the wind blows and the sun shines. So storage is a big theme, because if you can store it, you can even take more dirty power out of the picture and use even more renewables.
What next for A2SEA?
Our next step will definitely be to develop the next type of fleet to handle 10, 11, 12 megawatt turbines. I think we have a very nice pipeline of orders already suiting the vessels we have now until more or less the end of 19 into 2020. So we know those vessels are suitable for that. But of course we need to look beyond and see the requirements for new vessels coming with larger turbines again, the next step. It takes 3-4 years at least to develop these kind of vessels. and therefore we are eager to understand a little bit more about the sizes, the complexity, and the lifting heights that we need to reach out to install them in the future.
What are the biggest challenges?
The challenges are that everything gets very, very big, and that you have to invest huge amounts every time you need to bring something new to the market. And therefore, of course, the most exciting thing for us is to get the right thing designed, which is suitable on the long-term scale, because it is very huge investments we are looking at. So there's not room for very many mistakes there.
Certainly not. And what does the future hold for offshore wind?
The offshore wind, I think, will continue. I think we have been waiting for, different countries to make their targets and predictions for how they wanted the renewables to develop between 2020 and 2030. And I think the different countries around the globe has now more or less determined how they are going forward in terms of allocating projects and in it requiring new energy from renewables as well. And so I see the targets coming there, and that's a good sign for the industry, because renewables will play an even larger role going ahead.
Fascinating. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.